So it's 8:30 in Ponte de Lima, and as you can see, rain. Yeah, it's the first rain they've had in this area, I think, for at least 3 weeks. So I'm sure they're quite happy. There's an overpowering smell of rubber around here. I don't know why. So I'm just waiting. Wouldn't mind walking in this because it's only light drizzle, but I'm just going to give it another half an hour or so, and then I'm going to be setting off over the mountain. And we're away. Yeah, I'm using a baggage service to take my rucksack for the first time over the mountain, so I don't have to carry it. I've had to leave my rucksack there. I'm a little nervous, but I'm finding my way back down to the bridge, the actual Ponte de Lima. I haven't bothered to use my app to find my way down, because I know if you just keep going downhill in Ponte de Lima, you end up at the bridge. So I'm just heading down there now. My hat looks a bit funny, never mind. I'm pressing on. And here you can see there's a big restoration project going on here for our old friend Mr. Cobble, replacing the cobbles. You can also see it's raining, so I'm going to put my camera away for a while now. Here's a nice bit of bronze sculpture here, and over there you can see the medieval bridge, Ponte de Lima. I'll be going across there. I'm going to put my phone away now. As you can see, it's raining, and if my phone gets wet, I'm stuffed. So I'm going to wait and do some more filming if it brightens up. It's raining slightly. But I think the sun's just trying to get through now, but it's fine to walk in because it's not cold. As you can see, we're in vineyards, and we're heading up over there in that mountain pass eventually, so I'm hoping to get some shots climbing the mountains, but we'll see how it goes. But this is okay to walk in. I'm English, for God's sake. That was the first little climb of the morning. Just a taste of what comes later on, but quite a spectacular place here. You can see right up into the mountains there. I don't quite have to go that high, but we've got this lovely church here, if you like that sort of thing. But let's press on. Oh, it stopped raining, and I can almost, yeah, there's a bit of blue sky up there as well. Good. So I'm having to re-record the vocals of this because the film, for some reason, it all went funny. This is the strangest thing I've seen. Look at all this stuff. A pair of headphones there. There's scarves. There's plates, and just went on and on and on. There's like little 2 cups. Oh, well, it's just weird. Very, very weird. And what's even weird is that the video, as I was trying to record, just went all to cop when I was trying to record. It's like a serial killer's trophy room or something. A bottle of a can of Red Bull, the shower attachment, and then there's all these little plates. It's like the buffet for the 7 dwarfs or something. It just goes on and on and on. It's all just stuff. I don't know who, I don't know why, I don't know where. But I'll tell you what, I didn't hang around. Pair of jeans, I don't know. Instead it goes on, look. Still goes on. T-shirts hung up in the trees. I can tell you, I didn't hang around. I was glad to get out of there. So just coming along here now, this is an old fish farm, and at one time this was an albergue, and it was run by a couple, Nicoletta and her husband. Nicoletta did all the work, and instead of being rooms, they had tents along here, and in each tent was a bed. It was well, rustic is probably putting it lightly. It was a great atmosphere, and they're very friendly. Oh, hang on, look. But it's open, so I'm going to have a look and see if it's just a cafe now. I'll explain all this later on. Okay, so that was one of those very positive experiences you can get on the Camino. I've just been into it's an albergue, but I stayed there a couple of years ago, and it was run by somebody called Nicoletta and her husband Faustus, who was a bit of an arsehole. and it's now been taken over by two young lads who are really giving it a good go. The tents are still there, but it turns out that Simon is a very good friend of Fernanda's, and it's a very similar vibe. So next year, if I come back, I'm going to be staying there. They're hoping to put music and stuff on as well. So I really enjoyed that. That was half an hour well spent. So just come down there under the underpass, and it's confusing. You think I should be going along the path, but no, you dodge under the concrete pillars of the underpass. But then you come down here, this little bridge here, and there's a sign that's saying the bridge is dangerous, and I'm not quite sure why. And then we go out under the other underpass. So starting to climb a bit now. I'm not too out of breath at the moment, but it does get a lot tougher. But lovely little walk here by the river. And here's the famous swimming spot for the locals. You can see there's a couple here. The water looks slightly green. I don't know what that is, but I'm not keen on swimming, so I'm going to keep going. So just complete the first of, there's a couple of long, fairly slow climbs, a little twist at the tail of both of them. And I bumped into Steve, who I met earlier on, and a couple of other people who stayed at Fernanda's at the famous Revolta Cafe, which is a lot better than it sounds. And Steve had my tea bags. I didn't even realise I'd left them, but it only goes to show. That's the Camino for you. It all works out in the end. So he was very pleased to give me my tea bags back. But there's another, as I say, another good climb, and then there's these 5 short, sharp bits to the top of the mountain, and I'll try and film one of them just to give you an idea of why I'm getting out of breath. Okay, so this is number 2 of these very short, well, not very short, but short, sharp climbs up. This is the beginner. It does go on a bit further than that. I'm not sure you can get the slope in here. And you can tell I'm starting to puff. So this is number 2. I'm not going to film anymore. I'm just going to concentrate on getting. I'm puffing now, yeah. And this is the last section. Again, I don't think you can really see the elevation here. But you can see the top up there probably. And this is the bottom. Stony, 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 slippy, slippy, slippy. Top. There. And that, I believe, must be the toughest part on the Camino Portuguese Central. It's easy without carrying a backpack, but it's still far from easy. But it's done. Good old me. Sometimes people take a little while to, or take some time to make a really good marker, and presumably for David, Guy David, that way. But the thing is, where else are you going to go? There isn't anywhere else, so Guy David must be pretty bloody stupid. And so here's my accommodation for tonight. It's not much, but no, I'm just joshing with you. And a little section where the vines grow over the path. That's nice, isn't it? Look. Normally there's sheep along here. No, not this time. There's our old friend the yellow arrow. Nearly finished for the day now, thank goodness. This is where I'm staying. Alberga Constantina. Not concertina, that's too much like accordion. We've got enough accordions. Now this is my room. As you can see, there's a single bed and a double bed. And there's a picture of Tower Bridge, sort of a 3D picture, very nice. I'm not quite sure where that is. And a little balcony, I can hang some clothes up and dry them out there. Fantastic, and all for about €20 and a trip to the local restaurant in the evening. Thank you very much.